Welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked. Much like last week, we're starting with a tag team, and we'll get some more folks coming in, and we will definitely get overbooked by the end of the show. I am your host, Joker Voice, here to talk about the lovely world of professional wrestling. And to my stage right, hailing from parts unknown, is wait, hold on. What is it? We have the Commander is here, but to my stage right is the man hailing from parts unknown. It is the unbearable 73, the obliteration-driven Baconator. I like it.
Yep.
Matt, how are you, sir?
Doing okay here in the anus of America, New Jersey. It's like our version of the Royal Rumble, where it came in after like a minute. Now we got to call minutes, and Eagle come in, and we'll have a four-way dance.
There you go. And directly at the bottom, holding the show up tonight is the Duke Devil himself, Bradley Burnett. How are you, sir?
Doing good. Hopefully things are working better than they did this weekend on my stream.
I saw.
Oh my God. Talk about crap in the bed. Holy crap. Thank you, Spectrum, for a 4 megabyte upload. I paid for 40.
All right. And we got some folks in chat already. We got Miss Sparkles in the chat. Howdy, Miss Sparkles. Wrestling. Who wants to wrestle? Well, a lot of us want to wrestle. And speaking of wrestling, we have a new addition to the NXT roster starting soon after she wraps up college. The Nebraska star Megan Walker, who was on the NIL sponsorship deal. Megan Walker will be joining the NXT roster.
I offered to be our first wrestling opponent. I will gladly wrestle with her.
I volunteer tribute, right?
Yeah. I'll be her training partner.
She needs legal representation.
Yeah. I'm sure you can represent her all the way.
You know, you really have to become personally involved with your clients.
Personally involved.
Yes, because it's
You'll be taking our depositions long into the night.
It's a very demanding process, this professional wrestling game. So
you have to subpoena her.
Oh dear God. And yes, she is. And athletic too. That's a plus. So
we're old enough to be her dad.
And
that's wrong.
It's wrong. So we have got a lot to talk about, really focusing on two things. We got the Last Time Is Now tournament. We've got War Games Survivor Series coming up, and we're going to be talking pretty much about that most of the time. But there was some things that I saw leading up into this that, oh, not that. It's right here. Hold on. My banner. I've got
crap. I just realized my light is flashing behind me. Jesus.
Oh no.
I got a new light. That's why everything's looking weird.
That WWE is making some of the right moves. And Ego is not going to be here tonight. He has family coming in, and instead of escaping the family, he is having to deal with them. But this is the last Wednesday night is overbooked of November. We usually count our mic drops. Lucky I have those numbers. And for the fourth month in a row, Duke Devil 95, Bradley Burnett is the mic drop champion again. And we came up with something special to award at the end of every month for mic drops. So, Brad, this officially, until it's someone else, this is your title, sir.
Honestly, I was going to take advantage of Ego not being here tonight to add to the total.
Oh, we can. Well, don't think I'm not going to make Ego watch the stream and then start taking count again. We got some more folks in the chat here. Hello, our wonderful Mr. Wrench of Wrenches, Jacob Ironside. How are you, sir? And also a member of the crew that likes to watch the holes of worms, the fractured filter. And no, I did not yeet Ego off the stream.
He yeeted himself.
He yeeted himself, yes. So WWE has been making some positive moves, I guess, and a couple things kind of stood out to me. Actually, three things over the weekend, and actually on Friday, on the much maligned SmackDown, we're starting to see some of the talent using their old theme songs that are not from Def Rebel, from their CF, the Money days. Like we saw Gunther coming out to his NXT UK theme.
Oh,
yeah, back when he was Walter, and also not wearing the big coat. Back when he was Walter, he wore a boxing robe. So he's going back to that look, and it just fits so well. The minute, like when they announced him for his first tournament match, it's against Javon Evans. You're like, okay, Javon's up and comer. The minute they hit that music, I'm like, nope, sorry, you are done. That's not happening. And then Cody Rhodes probably gave the best promo he has done since he came back to the WWE. They ran a similar angle back at his bus. Drew McIntyre walks out his bus. Cody's busted up. It didn't quite have the same effect as somebody in the rain in Chicago.
Go fuck yourself.
Didn't quite have the same effect as that. But then Cody comes out and he goes on a tear. Drew McIntyre, I said I was done with you, but now I don't want to be done. Bronson Reed, you're probably the best in this entire group, but you won't learn that until you're looking up at the lights. And where's your buddy Braun Breaker? Historically, a Steiner has never beaten a Rhodes. And I'm like, oh.
Jesus.
I'm like, whoa. Well,
Don't know how true that is, but yeah.
Well, what was it? A Steiner is never better than a Rhodes. Okay. I think that was a more accurate statement. And then he said, and Brock Lesnar, don't forget, the last guy to beat you here was me. Not once, but twice. Logan Paul, pop your drone, do a flip. Nobody fucking cares. And I'm like, woof. And then he's talking war games beyond the match. This is not just a match. It is my damn birthright. And I'm like, God damn. This was fiery. This was passionate. And I think this is the Cody Rhodes that we've all wanted to see for quite some time.
Where's that been?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Matt.
For those who don't understand the reference, Dusty Rhodes invented the War Games match like 50 years ago. Okay, so don't get that reference. Now, as far as the Walter thing goes, he's been around at the top level in WWE for like a year and a half now since he came up.
About there.
So, he's, characters have to change to stay relevant, right? So, changing to this version of him we haven't seen at the top level, it's a good storytelling thing, right? So, I like that. Now, as far as the Cody kicking ass promo, yes, I was happy that Cody showed some emotion. I hope he shows more than just. I hope it stays after the War Games. We need to change his character up a little bit to be less the businessman and more the ass kicker. That was Dusty's character. Dusty always put his fists up. He didn't talk much. He talked, but like he wasn't like walk around suave business guy, which was Cody's gimmick basically.
Right.
And now for the next year or so, Cody, be Dusty. Throw those punches, get in guys' faces. Show us, change it up. And I enjoyed that sequence a lot.
Now, Brad, your thoughts on a fiery Cody Rhodes?
I think it's the change that's needed because we've all complained how just Cody's just milquetoast babyface. You can be babyface, but even Cena, when he was babyface champion, still had a little bit of an edge. Cody just seemed a little too much nice guy, and he's kind of flirted with a little bit in matches, like that edge. Like he's shown a little dark side. It's like, it's like going back to Star Wars. It's like Anakin's just feeling a little bit of the pull to the dark side. He's still a good Jedi, but he's just like his eyes aren't glowing yellow yet, but the tint is changing. So I think Cody definitely needs to have a little more edge to make him more interesting.
Right. And then
He's been boring.
And then something happened on Saturday at a AAA show. I mentioned this with Matt just prior to the show. Dominic and Brad's favorite wrestler, the luchador legend, El Grande Americano, were teaming up against the Vikingo and Dragon Lee. Vikingo goes heel and then betrays Dragon Lee because the Mexican fans are booing Vikingo relentlessly. You might as well just lean into it. That's what I'm saying. Slide in to the skin. So Dominic and Americano, they're cutting this promo, and then we cut to the back. And for the first time since these men have come to the WWE, we see a promo with Rey Fenix and Penta, the Lucha Brothers, together. Now, some folks have asked, why did it take so long? I'm guessing maybe there was something in when Rey got released early out of all that injury time from AEW. There may have been a clause in there saying that he can't just join up with his real life brother right away. They got to be on separate shows. But as far as the Lucha Brothers go, Matt, you're a much more bigger expert on this. Give a brief little explanation of who the Lucha Brothers are.
They're two of the most dynamic, like Lucha style, acrobatic wrestlers you will ever see. Like, honestly, Penta, both of them are better than Rey Mysterio Jr. At his height. They as far as in the ring work, they're clean, safe workers. If you want to see to prove Pentagon Jr. is a great clean worker, he did women's match with women in
Lucha
Underground, and he did the work putting them over, not like over him, but like made them look good. It was safe and clean, showing how professional he is. As a tag team, I guess because they're brothers and learning stuff when they were like 5 or whatever, they're in perfect sync. They can do sort of combination moves. You'd have to go back to like the heyday of the Road Warriors or maybe the Midnight Express, who will, spoilers come up later. You know, like a lot of modern tag teams, very few of them can work as well together as these two guys. You know,
So Brad, so I know you have probably less experience watching the Lucha Bros, but this brings up an interesting thought process. Put them together, and as I have said numerous times, one of the biggest mistakes at WrestleMania 40 was separating the tag titles, making a World Tag Team Championship and a WWE Tag Team Championship. You've got Penta on Raw, Ray Phoenix on SmackDown. Have them be a tag team. Recombine the tag titles under one tag title and have them float because they're on either show, and they can still do singles matches on individual shows, but work together as a tag team and float. Thoughts?
I think that's something long overdue because tag teams, the individual shows like SmackDown and Raw tag team lacks depth. So it's literally just 4 teams competing with each other on each show, basically.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of the individual belts on each show, then you can have that, and you can have them float a little bit. I think for single matches, you keep them on the respective brands, but like if it's a tag match, you can have them float. Of course, the problem is what happened on Monday with Penta. So
we will talk about that. We will talk about that as we are actually going to go into our next thing, and that is, yes, we are in the Last Time Is Now tournament. We got updates on this. And by the way, folks, I'm looking at our screen here. We were already at 5 likes. We are halfway to double-digit likes, folks. If you haven't hit that thumbs up the button yet, it costs you nothing. Just a little push. It helps the channel out. Plus, you can also look down into the description, also in the chat. All of our links to our social medias, all of our links to our YouTube channels are there as well. So if you don't mind,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
So yes, so we're moving forward with the Last Time Is Now tournament, and we had 2 quarterfinal matches on Monday, which was Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. Fun match to watch. Carmelo Hayes is really trying to show the brass, hey, I'm good at this. Give me a push next year. He put on a very good match. Probably the second best match in the entire tournament. That's not nice. I click like, thank you. Thank you so much. So, and then we had a match that was supposed to go 12 minutes. Didn't make it past 5. Penta and Solo. Now, in a routine move for Penta, he landed very awkwardly on his shoulder. He was doing a Hurricane Rana off of the barricade, and they cut to commercial because I think that was actually a planned commercial break. They come back. They're focusing on Solo. As they went to commercial, the referee is talking to Penta and talking for a little longer than you would normally expect. And then you see the ringside medic come over. Now, the report is it was a dislocation, and Penta wanted to just pop it back into place and continue continue the match. And
that's the mentality for
yeah.
Right. So And then the match got called. Solo is moving on, and we know who they're going to face next because we've been asking this since this whole thing started. We got brackets, folks. We finally have brackets now.
Tiny brackets, but brackets.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's there. So Gunther here is moving on. Solo moving on. So it'll be Solo and Gunther. And we need to go into something now. If somebody would like, if people do not want to have anything spoiled for them for the next few minutes, spoilers are up.
What's AEW? There you go.
Spoilers are up.
Wait, did they record SmackDown already? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They always do.
So yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
For the holiday. Now, we also saw from this past Monday in Madison Square at the Madison Square Garden match, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, Cena, they had a match, and Sheamus was wearing a lot of ISO tape on his shoulder.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, he apparently got himself a little injured. So Sheamus is out right now. So the next quarterfinal matches are going to be LA Knight versus a mystery opponent, Rusev and Jey Uso. The mystery opponent, someone who's already been in this tournament
That makes sense.
And lost.
Makes sense.
And that is The Miz. Miz versus LA Knight. Now, here we go. Thank you, sir. Which, by the way, we're at 8 likes, folks. 8. We need 2 more for double digits, and we get to talk to Momo. We want to talk to Momo. We all love Momo here. So,
but we don't like eating. Just don't eat.
And Ego, you need to rewatch. And Ego, on the rewatch, you need to take note of all the likes because we've already handed out Brad's award for the 4th month in a row. I think Ego is like our version of LA Knight. He comes so close, but just can't quite.
If this keeps up, we're gonna have to rename it after me. the Duke Devil belt.
Yeah.
So consider it done. Yes. Thank you, Ego. So I want you guys to look at this bracket here.
I need to look at this separately. Hold on. I got
to make it bigger because I'm on the phone, Joker.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Let me
full screen it.
Can you full screen it?
Yeah, there we go.
That's better. There you go. That's better.
No, and then full screen it like in the StreamYards too.
Okay.
Yeah, just isolate the screen.
On home, I can't see like
that better as well.
Well, it's bigger, but I still can't see everything.
You can make the screen itself.
Ugly face, but that's about it.
Oh, thanks.
I can't see it right now, but there should be in the upper corner, just like looks like a quasi square, and that should make it big on its own. That should give it full screen.
I've already got that going.
Already. Yeah, it usually knocks us out and goes that full screen though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like there's this option screen where you just put the share as.
Okay. Hold on. I got it. You mean this? Full screen this.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah. Okay. So we have just like we did with the Queen of the Ring tournament. We have a possible nightmare scenario here, folks. Does anybody see it?
Yes, I see it.
Which makes me go, WWE, what the fuck are you thinking?
Solo versus Rusev, is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Nope.
No.
Gunther versus Jey Uso.
In the finals. Hello,
That's
Roman
what I'm
of the
thinking.
Empire.
At least that will be a halfway decent match. Jay
No,
versus
it won't. No, it won't. And nobody want. And I'm gonna,
compared to Solo versus Rusev.
okay. Solo. Jay.
Solo's losing to Gunther.
Why? Yeah, that's not having. I mean, Gunther's going to win this tournament.
Yeah.
But I do not want, and nobody wants to run back Jey Uso and Gunther for a third time.
I didn't want to see him the first 2 times.
I think we need to see it, and I'll tell you why. Just
Okay,
to make,
right.
just to
Counselor.
make Ego understand the error of his ways. There has to be penance. We will be doing the same thing with Jade Cargill.
True, we have.
I mean, look, you make a mistake, we can't just let it slide.
No. And I just saw, folks, we are one like away from a Momo banger.
So this Friday, the 2 matches aren't done yet, right?
Correct.
And then Monday is when the next
No.
match will pick up.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is kind of sad because I kind of wanted you, because you could have if you'd have done this a little earlier or had a little more sense of urgency here or had NXT talent in this.
Over. Yeah.
You could have used all 3 shows, and you could have you could have had the finals of this tournament as a 5th match this Saturday at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So, but we only have 4 matches for Survivor Series, right?
I know.
Yeah, but some of those they're gonna run long. I mean,
Okay, yeah,
like-
but still, guys,
Okay,
I think you're discounting the amazing amount of promos and advertisements we're going to have throughout.
Well, it's all also this, and we'll start talking about more of the dynamics of this in just a bit. But seriously, 4 matches. Now, I understand 2 of them are War Games matches, and those can go anywhere from about 40 minutes to almost an hour. I mean, Matt, am I wrong on that?
yeah, old days they can go longer than that, but yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
Now, because it's 5 on 5, and I think we've all kind of agreed that a couple of, at least for the women's and the men's, 2 people in each of those War Games matches really don't belong there. So a 4 on 4, that's actually a shorter match time by about 20 minutes
yeah.
or so with entrances and the time for the match itself. And that 20 minutes, God forbid you put together a 5th match, Paul Levesque.
We got to have the promos in between. Did I not mention promos?
and all of the advertising now too.
I hope I see some Prime advertising. I want to see this.
Yeah, we
Prime
need like
advertising.
in a 7-hour wrestling event, we need 4 matches and 5 hours of promos.
Yes,
That's why we have 2 nights of WrestleMania now.
Yeah.
Well, we also have 2 nights of Mania because we don't want a repeat of WrestleMania 35.
Well, that's true, but also if they took out half the promos, it'd been a 5-hour show instead of an 8-hour show.
Yeah.
You have your audience. What are you doing? They're already there.
I know, right?
Well, they got to make money. You know what I mean? They got to make the money.
Well, yeah, because
because the tickets Joker and I were looking at for WrestleMania, the freaking nosebleeds were $3,000 for 2 nights. Yeah, because they can't make money.
Well, there's also, and now some of that goes to the stadium, some of that goes to the
fair.
I mean, that pays for a lot of the staff that will work the events. But WWE, just for showing up for WrestleMania weekend, Las Vegas is paying them $6 million just to show up. And let's not even talk about what they're getting paid by the Saudis to show up.
So is the arena selling the ticket or the WWE?
It's through Fanatics.
No, what I mean is, so WWE, so the arena is selling the ticket and the money's for the arena, right?
WWE they get a share of it, sure. I mean,
okay.
But there's also the parking fees.
Yeah.
There's a merchandise sales.
That's all given, like, with, you have to hire a whole bunch of off-duty cops for security and stuff like that. And
I'm just looking at match times from last year. So
there were, I think the shortest match was Naomi and Jade, I think. Was like maybe.
No, wait, is this? Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. This is Survivor Series 2024
of this event. Okay.
Yes. Shinsuke and LA Knight was 9 minutes 45 seconds. The women's War Games was 38 minutes and change. The men's was almost 42.
Okay. So and correct me if I'm wrong. Last year was a 5-match card. That correct, Brad? Brad?
I'm sorry. I had something in my ear. Go ahead.
Last year that was a 5-match card, correct?
Correct. It was women's in the beginning, Shinsuke, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, a triple match with Sheamus and Ludwig, Gunther and Damian Priest, and then
the men's War Games match.
Right, which was the new bloodline against the quasi old bloodline.
The Timu bloodline.
Yeah, Timu bloodline. Well, wait, is Timu bloodline Solo's bloodline? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Now they're called the MFTs.
What does that mean?
My family tree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now,
I keep trying to figure out what that was. I didn't know what it was.
Originally, it was only Tama Tonga who had the title, the MFT, and that was Solo's motherfucking Tongan.
I'm sorry. That's a lame name. It sounds like something on Sesame Street or something.
This is W.
Well, I mean, CM Punk. Does CM stand for something ridiculously stupid? So be still CM Punk.
No. So we are out of the spoiler territory here. This is just, I understand why they did what they did, as Matt and I talked about. Maybe the timing of the injury. There was just nobody to call up to get from NXT or TNA to Houston in enough time.
Credit to the Miz, right? Because
spoiler alert. Okay, go on.
Credit to the Miz, because he's gonna technically look bad in this, but he's over for his career. He's already going to W Hall of Fame when he retires.
Oh yeah.
So he's putting guys over. He's doing the work, and Triple H's like, buddy, we need someone to fill in and lose a match.
Look, Miz has been a solid worker for 20 plus years at this point.
Yeah. So
he knows how to do his shtick. He stays in his lane. I mean, what more could you want from someone who wants to be a company guy?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just it's the optics of it. I'm not a big fan of it. That's just me. I mean, plus there are folks on that roster that you could have tossed in there. I'm just saying it didn't have to be the Miz, but yes, there is a nightmare scenario of seeing Gunther and Jey Uso in the finals. I think it should be Gunther and LA Knight. I'd like that match more, but that's just me. Just
Yeah, but wait.
just to watch. Well, just to watch the LA Knight, just to watch the LA Knight fans who are just about as bad as Jay Uso fans. Just meltdown when Gunther wins.
Well, the question is, which show is it going to be on? Is it going to be on Raw or SmackDown?
Which show?
The final match before it to figure out who faces Cena.
It'll probably if it's Gunther, if Gunther's going to win it, it's going to probably be on Raw.
Is Raw? I forget. Is Raw still 2 hours or are they 3?
2.5.
Okay. The question is, if it's going to be Jay, how much time do they want for yeeting? Do they want to just take 20 minutes? Because literally they go down. I mean, this is a freaking script now. He spends 5 minutes yeeting down the floor. Then he gets there, stops, and he literally, he roll it back, and there's another 5 minutes of yeeting.
Well,
I mean,
as long as the merch keeps selling, they're going to keep doing it.
I know. It's
so you
awful.
WWE fans who buy that shit, you're at fault.
I mean,
well, you're not wrong.
What was Chris Farley and Tommy Boy? Look, I could put a piece of shit in a pretty ass cardboard box. It's still a piece of shit.
Right.
Something along that line.
So now, and just based on who I think is going to advance and who I know is going to advance, Solo was not the plan. Obviously, Penta was.
Oh, wait. I've seen different reports, dude.
What?
I've seen different reports, people reporting that Solo was planned to go over. It's just the match was shortened. I was reading that in a couple of spots today.
Okay. So it may have, Tonga may have been planned to get involved with a ref distraction. Possibly.
I'm not certain what it was, but I saw something that legitimately said Penta was not going to win. It was going to be Solo, and just the injury cut the match short.
Okay. Possibly. I don't know. But
I mean, you never know with these sites.
Right. So. But WWE, what the fuck? What the fuck? And there's some big what the fucks as we are now going to go into Survivor Series predictions. I did a video on this earlier.
I predict someone will survive.
Possibly, yes. Possibly.
I think I think the winner will be the one who pins the other guy.
Yes, that is a good prediction.
This is state of the art wrestling you get from.
you get it. This is
the winner of the Super Bowl will be the team that scores the most points.
Right. And before we go any further, again, we are one like away from talking to Momo. We want to talk to Momo. And if you don't know who Momo is and you haven't hit that like button, just hit that like button.
And I'm not going to hit the like button because I can do that and do it, but it should be other people triggering the like button.
Yes. Yes, Roman, you are correct. Just one more.
That's what she said.
Phrasing. Yes. So, like I said, this is a 4-match card. Wait. Here we are. And let's just do this again so we can a little bigger here.
There you go. That works good.
Okay.
Make it bigger, like full screen, the bookmark. So fucking tiny.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay.
You can now you can switch between each image. Good deal.
So I want to start with.
Why is Brock Lesnar? Jesus.
We got
the only way you can finish chest.
Yeah.
I want to start with this match here. John Cena versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio, simply because this is the only match that makes sense in this entire card. Now, I had talked about, and Matt and I talked about this, WWE likes to claim that they're in the business of telling stories. Brad, you're also a story guy. A good story answers basic questions. The one question the WWE has a problem with is why.
Yeah.
This match is a pretty straightforward. When Raw was in at the TD Gardens in Boston, they had an impromptu title match for the IC title. John, in his hometown of Boston, beats Dominic to become the Intercontinental Champion. Dom wants to show him up, so he's getting his rematch for the title in his hometown of San Diego. Very cut and dry, very straightforward. Absolutely makes sense. My prediction here, Dominic goes over, is the only logical choice.
Yes.
Is for Dominic to go over. Now, this is a Dominic Mysterio match. Shenanigans are going to be employed.
If there are not shenanigans, it's not worth it.
Well, here's the question for you guys.
Hey, hang on, Matt. Hang on, Matt. So, I, however, don't think that shenanigans from Judgment Day or the Americanos are going to be what's going to put Dom over. I would like to see Dominic not only get his but get an early Christmas present, and the person who turns the tide is a returning Liv
Morgan.
Could be.
Knew where you're going with that.
Brad, your thoughts on this match?
It is clear that Dominic is going to win. John Cena is not going to carry the belt into his final match because that just makes the match more complicated. The totality of the match, just in the end match, is John Cena's last match, not a title match.
Correct.
He won the belt just to appease the home crowd. He made it so it was made so he could be a Grand Slam champion. I do want to see some shenanigans from Dom. Maybe not winning shenanigans, but enough that makes it look a little Eddie-esque because he wants to pay homage to his dad.
Right.
So
all right, Matt, your thoughts?
So this is Cena's second to last match, right?
Correct.
mm-hmm.
So here's the complicating factor, right? So I think Dom should win this match, whether straight or by shenanigans. And Cena, if it's Gunther, Cena is going to lose his last match. So will they have John Cena lose his last two matches of his career? That's the question.
Interesting.
Okay. And we haven't mentioned interesting is, Gunther has to beat Cena, but Jey Uso doesn't. So that's kind of the wrench in the work. Whether they do it or not, that's to make you think, right? Or even if Solo wins by shenanigans, the whole thing by shenanigans, I don't think Solo should get the rub of the match. But the point I'm getting at is, will they have John Cena lose his last two matches?
Sure. Sure.
I mean, they could. I'm just, I don't know if they will. So Dom should win this match.
I think, okay, and let me close out this match with this. With what Cena's been doing for the last couple weeks, it goes contrary to everything he's done in his entire career.
Guys, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Because he has been lobbying to get certain things done, to get certain people on TV.
Yeah.
And I think John realizes that Dominic is part of the future of the company. And I think to give him that rub and put him over, I think is the best case.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Plus, Dom would have known Eddie and, see the symbolism and all.
Right.
Not Dom. Cena would have known Eddie,
Right. So this is the match that makes sense. And, But by the way, I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging the old school Andre's look that Cena's got, the color scheme and the way the hat looks.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Now we get into matches. The match that makes the least sense at all. Why?
This is, I mean, Stephanie. Oh, you go.
This match actually, the booking of this match actually makes me angry because there are so many whys in this match. Why is Nikki DeBella in a title match? She's lost 3 matches in a row. Roxanne Perez even said this in one of her promos on Raw. Why does Nikki Bella get a championship match when Roxanne beat Nikki twice? Why is this match even happening? Why has Stephanie been treated very lackluster in her title reign? And why did the WWE think this match was a good idea? In my opinion, there was only one acceptable outcome.
Voodoo.
Only one. And that is Stephanie retaining her title. Now, I heard somebody put this out into the universe, and I'm sorry to say it because it may just give it more energy, but I would not put it past the current WWE creative if they pulled some twin magic. And God, I hope I am wrong on that. I hope I am wrong on that. If you know what twin magic is, you're cringing just as much as I am. Nikki has a twin sister, and when they were a heel tag team, they would jump in and out of the ring at separate times, pretending to be the other, and they called it twin magic. This match is frustrating. This match is maddening. Matt, I'll let you go. Give me your thoughts on this.
Starting with the twin magic thing, the only lot, like leave aside this is on a pay-per-view, so let's forget that for a second. The only reason to do something like this and pull out twin magic is set up a series of tag team matches between Stephanie and whoever helps her versus the Bella twins, right? So that's plot-wise, that's why you would do that. Now, you would not do that on a pay-per-view, okay? Now, as to when Roxy did her promo, I wonder if she was doing a little bit of a shoot promo there with the why she get, could be. There's no sane way, unless Nikki Bella is all in the top 2 of WWE Women's merch sales, which I doubt.
Oh my God!
Unless she's up there like that, there's no sane plot reason for her to defeat Stephanie here. Now WWE could do it, but there's no sane reason to do it.
Well, and the reason I said, the reason I threw out the twin magic thing is because Nikki just turned heel, and big stage, big swerve to put a title on to Nikki, which I don't know why they would do that. As Matt and I have said, Brad, the only acceptable outcome of this match is Stephanie now retains. Your thoughts?
Of course, that's acceptable one, but will it happen? I mean, what if Brie comes back, like you said, with twin magic?
I would not put it past them.
I mean, God, this is like the one nightmare scenario that could happen. I mean, there's no reason for this. In fact, it cheapens the women division.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of ladies, let's go to the women's War Games match. Now, we have the greatest female wrestler on the planet, Io Sky.
But that's not what someone else says. But.
Well, they are wrong. I don't care. We got the Annihilator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, coming back for her second match since she came back to work, AJ Lee. the former women's tag team champions, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, versus Lash Legend. Okay.
A nurse
Why?
would have to come in the room, and I would have to mute when that happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Why? Becky Lynch, the self-proclaimed greatest wrestler on the planet, and the new women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Now, for reasons, I think both War Games matches, personally, I think the heels need the wins more than the baby faces. That's just my thought on this. And the women's War Games match here, the babyface side, that is a stacked team. Absolutely stacked. It's AJ's second match back. I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on this, because this match here, just from this graphic here, you would think that the focal point is AJ and Becky Lynch. No, it started with Asuka and Io. That's where this whole thing started from. These two, Asuka demanding, Kairi's just getting along to get it along. Io breaks free. Rhea stands by her friend. They have a match at Crown Jewel. These two go over. Asuka's pissed. She wants to flex. We're getting the band back together, and we're going to challenge these two for the tag team titles. They have a match. These two show up and interfere, causing them to lose the tag titles to the new champions. So there's your thread between 8 of these women here. These two don't fit. But I think the baby faces are going over, and I think Kairi Sane takes the pinfall. Brad, your thoughts?
I understand what you're saying, but I think WWE may play into the Becky AJ Lee thing and have Becky pinning AJ. I also think there's a chance that Charlotte does something.
That's possible. And they did try and tease some of these things to add a little drama. Add some drama. And as I said, the baby faces on the women's side have won the last 3 War Games, and the heels could win. I was looking up in my little research here as we're waiting for Matt to get back in volume.
I can talk now. I'm just waiting for.
Okay,
yeah.
So Matt, your thoughts on this match?
So I agree that the heels should win. I think the faces will win. My bigger concern is when I look at the women in this match, I know Io can do this. I know Charlotte can do this. I know Rhea can do this. I know the Kabuki Warriors can do this. And I've seen Becky do this, right? So are those 6 enough to carry the other 4 through this type of match? That's the question you got. So,
well, if you're asking me, can anybody carry Nia Jax? I would say probably not. And that's
none of them together could carry Nia Jax.
And I was looking at cagematch.net, and you know how they give a ranking like a 1 through 10 of how good of a wrestler you are. Nia Jax's score, her rating is a 3.2.
Can we have a comparative?
Well,
which Jade?
I didn't see Jade, but Io.
Because in defense of Nia Jax, she can post up really well for people. Yeah. So her standing there and putting people into big moves like for spots, that could serve a function here.
We all agree she has improved. She's
Yes.
less likely to hurt somebody.
I just hope that the WWE learns from their mistake and not have her go first this year.
Oh, you mean to start it off?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
That
it
would
should
be that's a terrible way to start this.
Right.
It
Now-
should be Asuka and maybe Charlotte who starts this, I think.
That could be a nice one. Now, of course, we have the War Games Queen, which is Miss Io Sky here, who since they introduced a women's War Games match back at NXT Black and Gold, has been in every single War Games match. So I think the baby faces are going over in this. I want the heels to win. I think the heels should win. But the reason I think the baby faces are going over is because of this match here.
Oh, JV,
Yes.
you mentioned Charlotte may be doing something. So it has happened one time in the history of War Games I'm aware of that someone has betrayed their team. That's that's a spoiler for my
Yeah.
so.
Maybe
I remember that.
There may be a spoiler in there. Now, based on this match right here, Jimmy Uso, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, and Logan Paul. I think the heels are taking this match. WWE is not going to have two heel teams win. It's never happened. It's never going to happen. And plus, this is Brock Lesnar's first War Games match, a match that he's almost built for, something like this. He's not going to lose. And actually, I've said this numerous times. If Seth Rollins was never if Seth Rollins never got injured, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes are not in this match. It would be Seth and someone like an Austin Theory, maybe, and then you could plug in LA Knight into the Cody spot here.
Yeah,
you could do that because again, this is all now a self-contained show. One side from Raw going against the faction on Raw that's running amok.
Yeah.
So I think the heels are going over in this, and the only saving grace, the only thing I can hope for as an early Christmas present is Jey Uso takes the losing pinfall. That would make my day.
Or submission.
Possibly. So, Matt, your thoughts on this match?
The heels should win this. There's no justifiable storyline element that should allow the faces to win this. Okay.
Correct.
Now, money-wise, Brock is the number one draw in WWE. That's a fact that now he's back on the roster.
Merch sales wise.
Yeah.
Merch sales wise, yes.
Yeah. So, no one wants to see Brock and his team lose this. You kind of root for certain personalities, and Brock and like I said, this I can't. I know they can swerve us and have the faces win this thing, but it just doesn't make any sense. And now, if you look at the guys participating, I know Cody can do these matches. I know Punk can do these matches. We've never seen Brock. Well, we've seen Brock in Hell in a Cell, so we know we can do these matches.
Right.
We know Drew can do these matches.
Yep.
Right. So now 4 guys who can do this match. I think Roman has done a Hell in a Cell. I know he's on Cages. Who else?
Actually, Bronson Reed was in the War Games last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Braun Breaker can't do this with his dad and his uncle telling him how to do this, he shouldn't be wrestling. So, In fact, I want Brian Breaker to come out in the Steiner chainmail helmet. That's how I want to see this go off. You know, like,
That would
and
be
I want to
hilarious.
see him put Cody in the Steiner recliner. You know, that's how much I want to see Braun Breaker break out in this match, man. Because this is a War Games after a bunch of guys who know how to do the match. Like, gets my blood pumping for something awesome. You know,
Gotcha.
and the War Games matches. I'll get this out now, so to go later. They go back to when I was like the earliest one I remember seeing. I don't know what it was. Well, I probably would have saw like wrestling in the AWA, and when I was like 8, and you know, like because War Games matches weren't just in WCW. That's where they wound up, but they were in all the Dusty. Wherever Dusty was, he'd have War Games matches. You know, so like it gets my blood because it's like a primal part of wrestling. You know, like this is it. This isn't just a Hell in a Cell, which is brutal. This isn't just a steel cage. This isn't a Texas death match. These are 10 guys who essentially want to kill each other, locked in a double steel cage till someone is pinned or they quit. You know?
All right.
And there's no rules, so that means more people can come in. You know?
So, Brad, your thoughts on this match?
I think I said it the other week. I just feel like the men's match is lacking really good storyline. But in order for this to keep going, the bad guys have to win because they need the new vision to have power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
good point. Good point.
If it does not, it fails as a faction. And this is supposed to be, you know, Seth went out and it's like, we know why he really went out, but they're playing it like you weren't good enough for us. We're the new vision. So I don't know. I mean, it feels like it, but I'm tired of Brock Lesnar. We don't need him there. And I wouldn't mind seeing him slip again just to like.
Oh, that was the Brock Master. That was hilarious. Oh my God. And I mean, kudos to him. He just rolled with it.
He played it off.
Oh yeah.
There's some spoilers for you, by the way. The Shockmaster.
Oh boy. Speaking of, that brings us to the staple of this show. And that is the Wednesday Night is Overbooked Top 5, where we take a topic and we give our 5 best takes. Our number 5 take gets 1 point. Our number 1 take gets 5 points. And at the end, our legal expert changes his name to Price Waterhouse, and we get a definitive scientific answer for this topic, which is we're talking War Games and Survivor Series. We are talking about the best War Games performances as it pertains to the WWE banner. So going back to when it started with NXT, Black and Gold, up to the main roster now. So I guess we will start to my stage right. Mr. Matt, the unbearable 73. You're number 5, sir. Well, do you have any honorable mentions first? Guess not. So let's go with Brad then. Brad.
Okay. I got no honorable mentions. This was tough. I had to actually go research this. I don't have enough memories of War Games, but then going back and look at some stuff, I remember some things. So I'm going to go number 5, Team Undisputed Era 2019. We're talking Adam Cole, Kevin O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish, and they were against Team Ciampa. This was, now the heels lost. The heels did lose, but they played perfect heels.
Oh, yeah.
They're the bad guys throughout. They had the crowd hating them the entire time. And it was just, like I said, I went back and studied. I watched some videos and everything. And you're like, you know what? They played it perfectly. This was a team functioning as a heel team. They all worked in synchronicity. And it's like, this is a great performance. And was that the first time we had War Games in 2019?
18.
Okay. All right. So this was the second year. So
Yep. And that 2019 Warrior Games event, that NXT takeover event was fucking great. Fucking great. Matt, are you here?
Okay, I'm here. So when I go to my
number 5.
when I go to my list, sometimes your voices stop. So I'm going to do something, and I'll pop back quick to make sure you can hear me at the test. So, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
yes.
Okay, I'm going to call my.
He just faded out.
So when I said the second, can you guys hear me? Did you hear it?
You kind of dipped out.
Yeah,
He dipped out.
So, okay, so War Games, NXT War Games 2020. This was Undisputed Era versus one Lorcan, Danny Burch, someone else, and Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah. So so Pat McAfee, like, I remember this because of his performance. This is one of the top 3, if not top 5, celebrity wrestling performances of all time. Like, the only ones I could think of that are better than it would be like Stephen Amell, and maybe who do we? Jelly Roll. Like, remember? Yeah. So, and that's why I remember this match, and not so much that like, it wasn't a spectacular War Games match per se. It was really good, but Pat McAfee being like, oh my God, that's why I remember it. Right.
Okay, so I have an honorable mention, and like I said, the 2019 team, the War Games, both the women and the men's, were something remarkable. The 2019, my honorable mention is Candice LeRae. What great performance that she gave. A Avalanche Poison Rana, which, for those of you who don't know what that is a Hurricane Rana, but from the back. So she's doing a backflip and backflipping someone else with her legs. It is a nasty looking move. And she wrestled her ass off. And she and her teammate, Rhea Ripley, were 2 men down.
Okay.
Because of my number 5 pick for moments and performances, when Dakota Kai turns on Tegan Knox, kicks her straight in the face in the shark cage, takes the door to the cage, is banging her knee in the doorway, and something nobody saw coming. A heel turn that was just brutal. It was vicious. It was savage, and it was so well done. So if anyone says in a Warriors match, be careful, someone may pull a Dakota Kai, that's what they're talking about. So Brad, you're number 4.
Hold on, I'm doing some audibles right now.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we got you.
I'm trying to get.
So,
sorry.
For my number 4, I'm going with NXT 2019 Team Rhea and Team Candice, which you covered, and I'm doing both of them.
Okay.
So this is basically the team of them. Pardon me, because they were, Candice basically did like a freaking Iron Man match almost there for a bit. I mean, she was bleeding and everything. And this is kind of Rhea Ripley's coming out, really, where she established herself as Rhea Ripley. I think it was Shayna Baszler. Yeah, she really beat Shayna Baszler. So that's why I put them both together.
1 second, guys. I'm going to drop and come back on 5G because I think hospital Wi-Fi is going crazy.
Okay.
See if it'll switch by it.
Okay.
So I'm going Rhea and Candice for both the performance in that match.
That was a great match. That was a great match. All right.
Okay, I'm on 5G. It switched by itself. There we go.
Okay. So you're good? And we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Matt, you're number 4.
Okay, so let's see if this works out. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good. And now we can't.
Now I can't. So I'll go next. My number 4 actually came in the 2023 main roster War Games, which was a team of Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Shotzi. Okay. Versus the entirety of Damage
I
Control.
lag out every time I go to look at my list. It's just freaking crazy. Like,
Okay. Hang on. Let me do mine, and then we can give you time to work on that. The best performance in this match, the Bayley. Bayley was this veteran traffic cop, keeping folks in the right spots, and storyline was really protecting members of her team, and actually took a spear, pushed Kairi Sane out of the way, so Charlotte didn't break Kairi in half, and then took a leg drop off a top rope through a table from Becky Lynch to take the fall. Made her team look good, made everyone else in the match look good, and humble enough to take the losing pinfall. The Bayley underrated in ring performer. Matt, you're number 4.
let me see if I can get.
Still can't hear you, man. Poor Matt.
Oh, you poor baby.
Still got nothing, Matt.
He's got everything on his phone, so he's trying to look at his phone and do stream at the same time.
Yeah. I guess we'll come back
Every time. So,
okay.
the Great Run was 1998. This was like the Road Warriors and Midnight Express versus a team with Dr. Death Steve Williams. This is the first time I ever saw Dr. Death Steve Williams. He was a dominant performer. That's why I remember this War Games. And 1988, I should say, 1998.
Okay.
This is kind of when I was really getting into pro wrestling, was like 85 on. I remember from before that, but like, you're a little kid, you watch stuff here and there, right? 84, 85 on is when I was watching everything I could see of pro wrestling,
Gotcha.
And I found like, holy crap, what's this NWA thing? I started reading wrestling mags and all. And Dr. Death Steve Williams, one of my top 5 favorite all-time wrestlers. He had that wrestler's personality, and he was, he was all over. He was all over this match. You know what I mean? He was just finding guy in this match.
Gotcha. All right. So Dr. Death. All right. Brad, you're number 3.
My number 3, I'm going Randy Orton's return in 2023.
Okay.
There was a question if he was actually going to be there. He wasn't even in the cage, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I seem
he came in and just started RKOing.
No, I meant. Don't.
Oh yeah. The shark cage. He wasn't.
Yeah, the shark cage. He wasn't in the shark cage. That's what I meant. So it was like, it's like I recall correctly. He was announced to be part of it. Is like, but he's not here. Is he actually coming in?
Right.
And then he did, and like the look on everyone's face, like, oh shit, Randy's back,
because he was jacked. He
looked
jacked.
awesome. He looked really good. And then, of course, he did the was it the RKO to Dominic?
Well, and then the one that ended the match when the Usos, when Sammy and Jay tossed JD McDonough from the top of the cage, and Randy's just kind of like, okay, toss him right here, kind of neck thing. He's like, all right, that was beautiful. And the sell job that JD did for that, whew.
Dude can sell. Dude
Oh,
knows
yeah.
how to sell.
All right. Matt, you with us for
Yeah.
your number 3?
So I don't remember the year it's from, but it's a fall brawl. It was Dusty and Dustin Rhodes with I don't remember who versus Colonel Parker guys plus Terry Funk. This is Terry Funk's only appearance in a War Games match. Okay, and the dude, like, if there was one man born for this type of match,
Terry
you know,
Funk.
Terry Funk, and he was spectacular. He took so much. Like, part of the strength is you could take a beating as well as give a beating. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just putting out damage, Funk was all over this match. It's a memorable performance. Go watch it. I remember buying this one on VHS. That's how I saw it. Because I think it was, I want to say it's 84, but it could be 84 or 94. The 4 at the end of it. But I know I saw it on a VHS tape.
All righty. My number 3 is more of a body of work. And this goes to NXT Black and Gold, highlighted with the great War Games match in 2019. But from 2018, 2019, and 2020, when you're talking NXT Black and Gold and you're talking War Games, there was one name, and that's the Undisputed Era. Just as a body of work, it just showed that how dominant a faction can be and how much you can get over as a heel, especially a heel action, when you're the primary foil in a War Games match for 3 years in a row. So, got to give props. All right, Brad, you're number 2.
My number 2 is going to make you a little angry, but I have a reason why it's below my number 1. I'm going Io Shirai. I will explain why.
Better be.
Before she became Io Sky, Io Shirai, 2020, that's where she basically set her blueprint for everything she's been doing in every War Games match. And she is clearly she is women's War Games matches. I mean, the spot she's doing. She started setting up in 2020, and she still does them today. What was one that said she was like, she just took out the entire opposing team off the top of the cage. And now, of course, we get the trash can and everything. But that's where she really started defining herself as the women's War Games master.
Okay.
Performance.
And last year, she even upped the ante on that by doing a moonsault in a trash can.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She's like, what are you doing? You're going to die.
God, God, she's awesome. All right, Matt, you're number 2.
So this was an NXT War Games. I don't remember the year, but 2017, 18, or 19, somewhere in there. It was the Undisputed Era. I think they were called. I think it's Undisputed in AEW now. Versus Pete Dunne and the War Raiders and someone else. This is probably the best spot fest War Games of all time. And Ivar is a standout here. When I saw a guy that big doing that stuff, he's one of the War Raiders. I was thinking, he reminded me of Vader and Roadkill, 2 of the all-time greatest big men in terms of like physical, like leaping and hopping and that sort of stuff. So that's definitely number 2.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely talking about the 2018 NXT War Games. I'm going back to the 2019 War Games. It was a 4-on-3. Team Ciampa didn't have a 4th guy. We didn't know who was coming out.
Oh,
we've got the Undisputed Era. They're laughing it up. They have the advantage. They're just beating. Well, until this happens, I would have gone with Keith Lee because that guy was amazing in that match. But then you hear a familiar tune. It's a tune that this guy has had since NXT Black and Gold. Fight, Owens, fight. And out comes Kevin Owens and the United Centers roof blew off the place. The pop that Kevin Owens got, and the look of Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong sold when hearing the song. It's like, oh shit, oh damn. And Kevin Owens just gave a masterclass in that match. So Kevin Owens is my number 2. All right, Brad, you're number 1.
My number 1, and it's completely storyline driven. Sami Zayn, 2022, the Bloodline storyline. And that's because I am a storyline guy.
Right.
And the way that storyline was told, will he, won't he? He's running the tweeners like, I want to be part of the bloodline. I don't want to betray my friends. Many times throughout the match where it's like he could have taken advantage and he didn't. And then in the end, it's like he sold his soul to the bloodline. And even in the end, while the bloodline's all celebrating, he's just like, I can't believe I did what I did. That is, first off, Sammy's a great wrestler, but he's a better storyteller.
Okay. Matt, you're in the number 1.
So, Great American Bash 1997. This was the Four Horsemen with Mungo. And they had, again, this is a running storyline, it's important. They had hired Mr. Perfect to become the new enforcer of the Four Horsemen, replacing Arn Anderson. Okay. And they were going against Kevin Nash, Six, Conan, and someone I don't remember. Okay. And so Kurt Hennig hurt his shoulder, kayfabe, right? So, excuse me. So he comes out last, basically, and the match is really good. It's a good match. Not a good, like the story is what makes this War Games great. So Hennig comes out anyway. It's kind of, you see him in the ring, like not really getting into it, like with the shoulder. Then, and I'm skipping some stuff here, but all of a sudden, he turns on the Horseman in the middle of the match and starts kicking Ric Flair's ass. And the way they win is that he puts Flair's head in the doorway and says, quit or I'll crush his head in the doorway. And the Horseman quit, and he did it anyway.
Nice.
It was such a ruthless thing to do, and that it fits that type of match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to betray and there was no signs he was going to betray the Horseman before that. Like he was all into being the enforcer of the Horseman. You know what I mean? So,
gotcha. All right, my number 1. In case you didn't know, kind of partial to some Joshi's. This match was made for her. It is Io Sky. Just a body of work. This is her 7th Warrior Games match. She's the only woman in the WWE who has been in every single women's Warrior Games match. And she's amazing. And every year she just ups her game and makes it stronger and makes it stronger and makes it stronger. And with that, I think we have a clear number 1. We got a 2-way tie for 2nd and like a 3-way tie for 3rd.
I think the first is clear, and the second, I think we can. The problem is, it's just honestly, it's so difficult to try to parse things out to make them together. But I think the clear number 1 is Io.
Io Sky, yes.
Yeah. And I think number 2, in my opinion, overall, is going to be Undisputed Era. Whether you're focusing on a single match or just overall body of work, Undisputed Era comes in. After that, I mean, that I don't know. After that, we all had like significant things. It's like, you know, I mean, I picked Sammy only because of storyline, but like, you know, Matt's delving into history, and it's like storyline. I mean, the storyline, which you'd said with Great American Bash, I'm like, that's a freaking storyline.
Yeah.
And I think it's so much better when you do get the storyline, which is why, again, I think we're kind of like disappointed looking at what we got coming up for War Games this year.
Yeah.
Well, like you were saying, storyline.
Again, the why. It's the why.
Yeah, smashing Flick Rare's head in with the kick is right up there with the Undertaker putting Paul Bearer in the concrete. You know, that's a brutal betrayal. That's a brutal betrayal. You know what I mean? It's a brutal.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna let me close this out. Which I think Paul Levesque is becoming dangerously close to doing with War Games what his father-in-law did to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But with that, Mr. Obliteration-driven Baconator Matt, the unbearable 753, what do you have coming up, sir?
Posting this weekend on the questioners is a long video where our team on the questioners breaks down a horrible article is written in something called the Spectra magazine, where this left-wing guy was somehow saying that Tolkien was a left-winger and
Oh my God.
the left has to take Tolkien back from the right-wingers. And I'm overly simplifying it, the more nuanced breakdown of these people. But to give you the brief, sorry, the dude contended the One Ring wasn't evil.
Gotcha.
That's all I got coming up this week.
Okay. Mr. Duke Devil 95, what do you have coming up, sir?
Whatever Matt covering is an incredibly hot take. But myself, Wormhole Watch on my channel. We just completed season finale, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, season 2, the Jem'Hadar. The bad guys show up. We, after some internet issues on my side, thank you, Spectrum, we were able to get through it. I got some stuff in Wormhole and Latinum Lounge I'm going to put out. And actually, I want to start doing a video about a show called Pluribus, which you have not watched this show. It is disturbing on several levels.
Gotcha. And as for myself, I will be watching Survivor Series on Saturday. I may do a live recap afterward. Don't know yet, but stay tuned. But on behalf of everyone here at Wednesday Nights Overbooked, I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. So on behalf of all of us, keep talking, keep smiling. Until next time.
Toodles!
And above all else, take care.
Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Ha ha ha.